So the next, if I could just put in a plug, the next, I think I'm going to do In Your Wildest Dreams. I'm going to have the craziest batch of airships ever built up on those exhibits, and good professor has given me permission to use some of his, and you know how they are. So it should be
Oh
fun.
yeah, they get pretty creative with some of those shapes.
They do. They do. And he has been very generous with me and the museum over that ability. So it should be fun. What else is on our agenda, Luke? You got we
We was talking about the snow airport closure and the video that
so
I did with that, and
such a good job, Luke. Such a good job. Very, very sensitive on a delicate subject. We've all seen too many closures of really great airports.
okay, I'm going to break in here to make some comments. There have been some developments since we did this recording back on April 9th. Parts of Sailor Cove will be going away, but some of it will be saved by a new owner taking over. There are even some discussions of snow being taken over by new owners. Please check out the Bald Elf blog by A. Wren for new postings on this subject. Now, back to the podcast.
Did Second Life do anything to support Abbott's? Was it the original airport, the early airport?
No.
Free tier, maybe for historical reasons.
No, they didn't. I think the first airport, what's the name of that again? Kazanojan.
Kazanojan.
Kazanojan's the first airport, and I think that is now just in the status that you're talking about, Nav. It's a historical site. That was actually the first airport, and Abbott's is considered the second. Although I think QB had one actually before that he was in with another person, and it closed. It didn't last very long, and they opened Abbott's. And
Right.
it's owned by a private, it's individual. In
Yeah,
fact,
I agree.
yeah, it's been owned by several people.
I'm so surprised that Linden doesn't buy these or else give them free tier. Sometimes even free tier wouldn't help because the owner wants out of Second Life. They're
Right.
burnt out or something.
Right.
But they could. Linden Labs has so many national parks that they maintain themselves.
Right.
They could sure do that to a few other pieces of infrastructure that weren't created by them, but maybe purchased from creators, and that would help build up the usability of the whole world. And I wish that they would consider airports as necessary infrastructure to the virtual world rather than something to be sold, something to be owned by private people.
Well, Nav, to be fair, Second Life has a lot, Lindens have a lot of nice little small airstrips that they maintain. Kremer comes to mind. The two that are on as you go Gulf come to mind. Several. I'm drawing
Bay
a blank.
City, of course, Bay
Yeah, I've
City's
seen
not
them
a
too.
small airport, but Bay City's a
Right.
classic example of that.
Yeah, it
You
is.
say they're just airstrips. They're really nothing attractive.
Well, Bay City is. I mean, they've got a hangar and a really Art Deco terminal, which is very nice, and another
Yeah, and
like
that's Linden
control
Labs.
tower.
I'm surprised. I'm
Yeah.
learning stuff. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what I'm talking about, and they're doing it.
Right.
On our note card here, we were talking about the community virtual library as
Yeah.
a place to visit while you're in your forced uh, retreat in your home. It's a really beautiful sim. Covers one sim, and it's got all kinds of books that you can read online. There are links to my favorite place, which is Project Gutenberg. And there's even a spot up in a greenhouse where you can sit and listen to music, which I think is delightful. So this is part of the big part of the library over here. There's a, hold on, get myself aimed in the right direction. And if you look over here, it's pretty cool. There's a whole rack of cookbooks.
So, is it okay to talk in here? We don't have to whisper, right?
No, I don't think there's a need to whisper. I don't think we're disturbing anybody who isn't here.
So, how many books do they have in here, Jack?
I haven't a clue. I never took the time to count them, but I mean, the racks are full.
I mean, I thought they'd say, you know, how many volumes they had or something.
Recipes for eat more fresh cranberries.
Yeah. Wow. That's pretty amazing.
Yeah. This is the California Mexican Spanish cookbook.
Wow, this is
You walked
awesome.
right past it.
This is awesome. I'm going to pan around this a little bit. This is an awesome building here. Hello again, everyone. Luke here. We have another segment that we filmed for this podcast, and I decided to break it into a separate video. There's just too much good footage to leave on the cutting room floor. I'm entitling it Places to Go While You're Staying at Home. Jack came up with this idea. He has come up with some very cool but often overlooked places to explore in Second Life. The virtual library that we just visited is one. Another is New Kadath Dreamland. In our March podcast, we visited the Maps of Second Life display in the New Kadath Lighthouse Art Gallery. Now, we'd like to show you the rest of the region. Hopefully, this will provide a relaxing distraction while you stay at home waiting out the pandemic. This region is amazing. Please enjoy our tour of New Kadath Dreamland. Just click on the link at the top of this video.